So this sort of aversion to God and satsang becoming God-centric was very common. I don't know if you saw some of that when you were here last time, but a lot of Sangha members, Sangha brothers and sisters went through this. Like, can we just keep God out of it? Can we just say, maybe make it consciousness, or make it more scientific rather than like a living being called God? Because that seems a bit scary to the mind or unrelatable to the mind. But if you really look at it, satsang is spirituality, isn't it? Spirituality. And spirit is what? What is spirit? What would you say spirit is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Even with God, I don't really know God.
Yeah.
It seems like I have to put my faith into something that I haven't felt or experienced.
Ah, my dear, but faith is that only. You can't say I put my faith on that which I already know, isn't it? Because then it's not faith, it's just rationality, it's just making sense of what our senses have showed us. Faith is that leap. Leap of faith means that I don't know it, but something feels drawn to this strange man. He talks about God, but I have no experience of God from what I can tell. So that process of following someone, trusting someone, in spite of the mind resisting and in spite of all that we've experienced being contrary maybe to what is being shared, that is faith. So once we've seen it, once we've experienced it and we've made sense of it, then faith is not needed. Then it's just rational. So the spiritual journey is a journey of faith. And every time we speak of God or we hear of God, it is an exercise in faith. Because never will we be completely free of the doubting mind. Which will say, what are you talking about? Like that? So how to recognize the difference between a blind belief and faith. That is the crux of it, isn't it? So, but the answer also is not easy, because the answer is that what your heart is clearly telling you, to follow that in spite of everything the world may be showing you or the mind may be saying, that is faith. But I know what the problem is. The problem is that it's like a chicken and egg. Like, I don't know what the heart is telling me. Because to go to the heart needs faith. So it's a bit chicken and egg, isn't it? So it's a great gift if you can find someone in the world who, for some strange reason, your heart trusts. Because if you find that, it doesn't have to be Ananta, it doesn't have to be, I don't know which teachers you're in touch with, but someone, that great gift is to find that someone who our mind may not agree with, or in fact will not agree with, but something feels drawn in the heart to visit that or go to them. Then that trust will deepen faith within yourself. Because you're kind of stuck, isn't it? Your mind hates it or resists it, but something keeps getting drawn to it, something keeps pulling you back to it. So the way out of the stuckness is to either just leave fully or to surrender and say, okay, now what is he talking about? Could it be true? Could it be real? So that, at the expense of my rationality, at the expense of my perceptual sense making, can I follow? And that willingness to follow will lead to beginning of spiritual experience, and that beginning of spiritual experience will lead to the development of faith, the development of the deeper thing. Because what is being said in satsang is completely contrary to the way of the world. I am saying that God is a living being, the light of this universe, and to meet Him by His grace has been made possible in the form of the Atma within ourselves. You see? So that spirit is the Atma within ourselves, that Holy Spirit, and that is what spirituality is actually about. You see? It is not about, oh, do this and become happy, do this and become more productive, how the Bhagavad Gita can make you a better manager at work, and all this absurd rubbish which is there in the world. It is about coming to the holy presence of God Himself.
I'd just like to say, I think the doubt is not in what you say.
Yeah.
Or what I hear from
Sangha.
or the teachings or the traditions.
Yeah.
The doubt is more in my ability to fathom or to. Because I feel I've left and come back here or in other places, and you haven't left. And other teachers such as yourself, it's quite, I'm very grateful for that. Right? You're still here. But I feel, it's strange, I think the mind gets stronger even. That's the thing. I don't know.
And this is so common, my dear. This is so common that many report, I don't know whether all of you just being kind or what it is, but many report like this, that there is not a doubt in terms of what you're saying and your insight. It is a doubt about whether we are cut out for it or not.
Yes.
You see? So that's, it's like saying that I know you're offering me a full buffet meal, but I think I'm cut out for only idli sambar today. So, not that there's anything wrong with idli sambar, I love it, but it is making a limitation on our own capacity. You see, I should be the one saying, Anshul, buddy, I am. No, but you see that I will never say that, because this, what I'm talking about, is so universal and actually so accessible. If you can just get over these stumbling blocks and have patience and courage, it's easy to transcend. Initially, it happens that you're not able to hear also what is being said a lot, because it seems distracting and things. So that is part of the defrosting process. The first few satsangs, when you return, there will be like a defrosting where if you persist with it, then you'll find that it doesn't matter what's happening in the room, it doesn't matter what else is there.
Because you use the word persist, I just want to ask, is it possible that I'm not good at efforting? I'm not, I feel like, or I can effort for a small time and look very sincere, but then.
To find the truth about yourself, to truly find the existence of God Himself, some way, one day, and of course I hope it is today, but someday it will seem like the most important thing, better than any of the other projects, you see, then it will not seem like so much effort, but till then it will seem like effort. I'm never going to say that it's going to be easy. And the ideas about an effortless spirituality are all bunkum. Because it's still effort for me every day to make sure I don't go with Maya and stay with God. It is not effortless. It may be lesser effort now than before. But anyone who says now for me I'm just so enlightened that Maya is nothing. You see, is just fooling themselves or fooling everyone else. So effort to रहेगा. So what you could do is try dropping the aversion to effort. Don't expect it to be effortless. It's going to be probably going to be the most difficult thing you ever do. Or it is definitely the most difficult thing I have ever done, or I am doing, to transcend this mind, to transcend the lures of Maya and to stay in the presence of the Atma. Second could be bringing up children. But bringing up children, then you look at them and you say it is worth it, no? Hopefully. So at least I look at them and say it is worth it. So in the same way, I look at the transformation in this one's life. I look at that indescribable sense when I'm in God's presence, and it is much, much, much more than worth it. You see? But was it effortless? Is it effortless? No. Is it worth it? Million times over. But I can only report from my experience. I cannot give you that experience to say, okay, this is what it's going to be. Now decide whether it's worth it or not.